Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? We are here on a Wednesday after Red Bull Straight Rhythm before the World Finals finale. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but guys, remember, this is the pilot season. This is not necessarily a real World Supercross season. That's not what they meant for this. What they meant for this is just to kind of get it out there, test some stuff. It all came together pretty late, so yeah, it's kind of weird that they're going to call someone the world champion, but don't think in the record books it won't have an asterisk by it because it was only 2 races. But there's many championships where we crown over one race, one series, like NFL. You play a whole season and it comes down to one game. You do NASCAR, it comes down to one race. So it's not exactly ridiculous to crown somebody after one round, but that's what we're going to do. And guess what, guys? Vince Friese has a chance at this, a legitimate chance. Vince is riding as good as he's ever ridden, and he's, let's see, 3 points behind Ken Roczen. 3 points. Wow. That's crazy, guys. That's awesome. So, I mean, Ken's going to win, but if he has any slip-ups whatsoever, can you guys imagine Vince Friese, your inaugural world champion? That's pretty cool. I'm sorry, but Vince takes so much shit from all you guys. All you guys hate Vince, Vince this, Vince is dirty, Vince is that. I'll tell you what, Vince is tough as nails, and Vince fights through. This dude blocks out everything you knuckleheads say, and he just does his own thing and gets better every single year. I mean, he straight up beat Brayton in that first round. Guys, Brayton's no joke. I know Savacci had some issues, but Vince is right there. Like, he's upped his level to be with those top guys. So to say he's 1 point out in a 2-round championship, hey, you know, I've seen stranger things. But guys, thank you to EBC Brakes for coming on board. EBC Brakes has jumped on board with Cooksey Media Big, and they're awesome, guys. So go over there, head out there, go to their Instagram at EBC Brakes, message them, post on there, let them know, hey, thank you for supporting Cooksey Media. It's a nice partnership, and it's a nice outside the box because, you know, I'm not part of the typical media conglomerate that MX Sports owns, so, or gets into. But I do my own thing, just like Johnny Hopper and a couple other guys out there that do our own individual things, and we stand alone and we tell you what we think. We're not always right, but you're going to get an authentic opinion from us. All right, guys, let's get into this thing.
I'm in the empire business.
Everybody love everybody! You all know exactly who I am.
Guys, the World Supercross standings are awesome. The 250 class, I mean, honestly, just take like 5 or 10 guys, take a dart, and just throw it. And that's your best bet to get a pick for the world champion. Let me read you the points, guys. Shane McElrath, 54 points. Christopher Bloss, 53 points. Mitchell Oldenburg, 52 points. Carson Brown, 47 points, who's riding really good coming off the Straight Rhythm win. Aaron Tanti, 46 points. Max Anstey, 46 points. And that's kind of your top 6 guys. Derek Kelly's at 41 points, but I don't see Derek Kelly closing that huge gap. I don't want to bag on Derek Kelly because he's riding really good too, and to be 7th right now is awesome for him. But I don't see him winning it. I could see him getting up there and maybe being a top 5. But my money, I mean, I got to go with Oldenburg. I think he's the fastest guy. He went 1:19.1. Unless he does something silly, which he did. I think this is his. But then you got McElrath, Chris Bloss, the ageless wonder, who I hear, and I talked to Chris, and while he was going to make this his last season this year, he's riding so well, it's almost hard to retire. So he may, don't be surprised if you see him in Supercross. And I advised him, and I know he's kind of torn, and I think part of it is the fact that he told everyone he's gone, and then, you know, some other media outlets are saying, you can't do that. You know what? Fuck those guys. Do whatever. I told him, just do whatever works for you. If you feel like you want to race in this sport, you have a limited amount of time to do it. And there's no legacy he's going to tarnish. I mean, Chris Bloss is Chris Bloss. He's known as a tough, savage racer. That's it. and it's not like he's defending an undefeated season or some champion that we are gonna, and I always say the same thing for those guys. Chad Reed, I was glad, race as long as you want, but it sucks when you see the older guys getting hurt. That's when I don't want to see it. Much like in UFC, when you see a guy that was a champion like Chuck Liddell get knocked out 5 times in a row, at some point it's hard to watch. Chris Blose, not at that point. Chris Blose is riding so good. I mean, the dude has got talent. Don't be surprised if he's your world champion. And I feel like if he's the world champion, you got to come back next year and defend it, right? So, yeah. And then Carson Brown. Guys, Carson Brown might be the sleeper in this thing. He may go to Australia and win the whole thing. He rode so good at straight rhythm. He's got talent. I mean, go to his Instagram and check it out. The kid has bike skills. It just hasn't translated into results here in the United States, but it looks like he's coming into his own. So I could see Carson Brown coming away with this whole thing, and I could see McElrath, who was rock solid, and it was new to the team, new to this, and that little bit of confidence from getting the win, even though he had, relatively shitty moto finishes, like 3, 4, 3 or something for first overall. Hey, a win is a win, and a win helps confidence. So, guys, if you want to get in shape, hit up CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Coach Rob over there has a program for everybody. He's got programs starting around $20. They go all the way up to $400, depending on how serious you are and what you want to get done in your fitness goals. Coach uses a scientific method. He watches. He won't overwork you. He looks at every aspect of your body, your fitness, your life, your stress. He doesn't just guess. He's not one of those, suck it up, just do more guys, because you ruin people that way. And Coach builds he builds stronger, faster athletes. That's what Coach does. And he wants them to be in better shape, to be able to ride better, focus better, and withstand crashes. I mean, that's a big part of it, was flexibility. So anyway, guys, getting to the Supermoto Regional World Championship of the Universe, the Supermoto whatever they got going. I'm hearing some funny stuff. So you get a couple of giants like Feld and MX Sports, and then you bring out the big guns. You bring out Kenneth Feld himself, and you guys know I showed you the checkered history he's got. I mean, he's not exactly the best guy character-wise that you want to put out front. But then you have Kerry Coombs coming up there with wine and cheese and trying to toast this thing and act like her and Kenneth Feld are BFF. They oddly remind me of Giselle and the other guy that went to the island. So it's creepy as shit. Like I don't know why, but it sets it off. But they're already fighting like cats and dogs behind the scenes, and it brings me to a point. Feld, in this partnership, has ostracized independent media outlets like myself, Johnny Hopper, and guys who do not play along with the MX Sports, Racer X, Pulp MX, and all these ones they're all owned by the same person, Coombs. And then also you got guys like Vital, Roto, and Swap, who literally get information from Davey in return for playing the game or sharing a narrative. Watch, you guys, trust me, when you go to these sites, you're going to see the same phrases repeated, just like big media. That's not an accident. But my point is, now that Feld doesn't have a lot of independent media out there to tell their side of the story, when this thing goes bad, because it will, Feld has money, MX Sports has media. Which is more powerful? It's going to bite Feld in the ass, and it's probably going to cost them a lot more money when they end up buying out MX Sports, which is what I expect to happen in the next, I would say, my guess is 2 years before this just all becomes one. And these two series have egos. These two series have people involved with giant egos. For them to put that all aside and do what's best for the sport, we've all seen that doesn't happen. For them to combine against World Supercross, I can guarantee you, after seeing World Supercross, and they didn't blow the socks off everybody. I think it was great, but they didn't blow the socks off everybody. I think these guys are, they're already thinking like, man, we made all these concessions and this is what we're competing against and we didn't really have to. I promise you that weighs into some of their future decisions on whether they need each other as bad as they thought they did. I don't think they do, and I think that's gonna change some things, and we'll have to see how it plays out. But anyway, guys, hey, Epic Garage. Check out the Epic tracks. If you want to make your bike look really cool in the garage, pick up some Epic tracks. They're badass and they're easy to get and they're on the website. So head over to epicgaragedesigns.com and check those out. And if you want to see a little video about these Epic tracks and what they are, just stay tuned. So I'm going to drop that right now. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Epic Garage Design Studio. I'm here today to show you Epic tracks. If you want to make your bike look factory, you want to make it look really cool in your garage, at the track, wherever you want to go, these things are nice, they're durable, and they're portable. So, easiest thing about these is assembly. You just snap them together. Boom. That's it. It does take a little bit of effort because you don't want them just kind of coming unsnapped. You assemble it anywhere you want. They come as little squares. What I like to do is take my mat and I'll put it together and I just break it up into 4 sections. It's easier to haul. Then I can just boom, 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 and it's set up wherever I want to go. Now to disassemble these, there is a key. Never try and do it from the top where you stand on. Just remember, wherever you stand on, that won't break. If you do that, you will break it. If you go like this, boom, they're off, they're unhooked, no problem. Small squares, light. If you really wanted to just fold this up, put it away, not have this giant mat hanging around, go ahead and do that. Pick it up, hose it off. You can pressure wash them, no problem. They are pretty much the ultimate go-to mat if you want to look really good at the track or even in your garage. And the other thing with these is really awesome. Say if you got your motorhome or trailer and you don't want people tracking. So they come over here, take their muddy shoe, drop it on this, dirt goes right through. Essentially, shoe cleaner. It's the ultimate mat for outside your motorhome. Check out Epic tracks. They're at epicgaragedesigns.com.